So hey guys, today we're taking a look at Ukano Mitsune no Tamayura here. Or I'll just call this, yeah, I have no idea. But alright, this effect, I'm not going to worry about this too much. You can probably work something out with this. You control level 4 or lower light, beast, plant, or fairy monster. You can special summon this card from your hand. Yeah, sure, whatever. A monster that was synchro summoned using this card as material gains these effects. Your opponent cannot target this defense position card with card effects. And that's all I need. And let's look around for a hard once per turn. Let's see. You can only use each effect once per turn. So that's important to take note of here, I guess. So, first things first is, well, there was a strategy I theorized about for a while, and turns out it didn't fully work. So the idea was to use Chaos Angel plus a copy of Ice Jade Gimmer Agrin. That or we could use like 2 copies of Chaos Angel or something goofy. But the basic idea here is that we're going to have Ice Jade Gimmer Agrin here, made with, specifically it would be this card here. Let's see. What was it called again? Prima Donna? And the idea that followed this was we could potentially use Prima Donna, actually convert this into a light or dark monster to make Chaos Angel. And the idea behind this was that our opponent would not be able to target our Chaos Angel or Ice Jade Gimmer Agrin, and they would also be very unaffected and not destructible by battle or card effect, and they would also not be destructible via card effect or banished, which is pretty damn annoying, I would say. But also, then I read this effect again, and it said that your opponent cannot target a synchro monster that used this card as material with monster effects. So if my opponent just dimpered me, nothing I could actually do about that if we did use Deep Sea Prima Donna. That's where Ukano Mitsune no Tamayura comes in here, where it has the effect of just your opponent cannot target this defense position card with card effect, so it's just not targetable, period. I mean, sure, we have to be in defense position, but at least it works, which is something. And being in defense position, even with a 1.5k stat line, is not going to be a problem because, well, we have Chaos Angel, so it can't be destroyed by battle anyways. So it works out. Now, we have no answer at this point in time for like defense piercing, which we would have been fine against that before with like Chaos Angel and Agrin in attack, because they're pretty large and in charge, but their defense is a little bit worse than their attack. More so Agrin here, but good enough to work. So basic idea now is we're just going to convert this into a water monster, and then we can summon a Ice Jade Gimmer Agrin. Simple enough, because it only requires a water tuner, so we just convert this, and we can use easily, it'll be the option that makes the most sense will be Redocus, with the ability to change attribute or a monster type. So no need to go into Prima Donna, I suppose. So if we then use this plus some level 7, it doesn't really matter what the level 7 is. Just for a funny, I guess we'll say for this one, we can use Sangenpai Biden Dragon, except this actually is a tuner, so that doesn't work. So I guess we'll go with Ancient Fairy Dragon, I guess. Sure. This is a light, but that doesn't really matter. And then we can make it with like these two. And then we have Ice Jade Gimmer Agrin in defense, so it's not targetable by card effect Ice Jade Gimmer Agrin. And then with Chaos Angel, we just do the same again, kinda. We just use this plus a dark monster. Now it has to be a level 7, so for this one, I guess we'll use, I don't know. It could be this, I guess. Danger Nessie. Plus this. So we'll have to, like, there's no choice here. We will have to use this as a quick synchro, I believe, right? You can only use each effect once per turn. So I'm assuming it includes this effect as well because that's how the Vendreads work. Because of how the Vendreads work, we're not going to really have any reason to make Chaos Angel number 2 here. But if we do use this card, we should have 2 monsters that cannot be destroyed by battle or artifact, and it cannot be banished either. And also on top of that, we have actual interruptions with this, which might be potentially useful. I mean, we'll see, I suppose. And let's see. Wait, they gain defense? I mean, that's not that useful, honestly. But my brain is just fried. So now we just need to quick synchro. There's like a few ways we can quick synchro, and we'll just probably quick synchro into Chaos Angel because that makes more sense to quick synchro on, or quick synchro make this on your opponent's turn. So then we'll have 2 not targetable monsters that are unaffected by monster effects as well. So you would need a spell trap that can like Zeus the field or something. Now we're evenly matched. I'm pretty sure evenly matched still works. But for the most part, should work. Yeah, let's see, your opponent's card effects. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can evenly match this still. But as long as we don't get like even lead, we can't get Zeused or anything, and these 2 are going to be really obnoxious out. So the problem. You cannot target this defense position card with card effects. So sure, we can't be targeted by anything, but it's only while we're in defense position. So if we ever move one of our guys to attack position, then now we're risking that card being targetable. So yeah, pretty awkward there. But as long as we don't do that, we have 2 pretty impossible to deal with cards unless you have maybe, I guess it'll be Forbidden Droplet. That could work, technically. Well, unless we also slap, I guess it would be something along the lines of Herald of Arclight plus Genshin on the field. That we also made with this. That's like a bit ridiculous, but possible. But also, it would have to be done over the course of like 4 turns to actually gain the effect every single time, which is a bit too ridiculous for me. But probably I would focus on just making these 2. So Reproducus, easy enough to make. It's any 2 monsters. You can even use tokens if you really want to. And then you need just some level 7 monster, and then boom. That's Ice Jade, Gimmer, Agrin done. Chaos Angel, same kind of deal. And overall here, how many monsters will this take? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need to actually put this on the field like twice, which is doable. Being a light beast is kind of weird here. Not really sure if there's like a good way to go about this. But I mean, if we do put this on the field, how are we getting access to this actually? Well, that's a raid boss for another time, I suppose. Because future me is going to be more cracked than current me, so I'll leave it to him, I guess. So yeah, that's the basic idea for the Chaos Angel, Ice Jade Gimmer, Agrin kind of just block. It's not that super great, but for example, if you were playing, well, in this case, well, can we outcross with this actually? Wait, Gimmer Agrin can just deal with cross, can't it? Let's see, quick effect, Yana. Then if this activate this effect in response to your opponent's card or effect activation. Yeah, this can banish cross. Because it'll go cross on activation, and then because it's not activated yet, it can't do a monster negate. And these cards cannot be popped because you can't target them with Detonator. And also you can't target them with Mirror-Logic Aggregator. And also they're not affected by Detonator or Mirror-Logic Aggregator anyways, because they are in fact monsters. So yeah, That's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.